This is probably why you're failing. What you're doing just isn't good enough. And I'm going to break down exactly why what you're doing isn't good enough. And this may be tough to hear. It may be tough for some of you to feel this way, to really realize what you're doing isn't good enough. But I'm here to be real with you. I'm not here to make you always feel, great and like there's rainbows and sunshines shooting out of your butt. So with that being said, I want to dive into some specific numbers to kind of give you the real reason of why you are failing. So Etsy has 7 million people selling on the platform actively. This is competition. Etsy also has 92 million buyers coming to the platform each and every year. This is customers. You're with me? Pretty straightforward so far, right? That's a lot of sellers, but that's also a ton of potential customers, which is only part of the story. The goal is to divert and convert as many of those buyers to your shop as customers. So now the next question logically is, well, how do you do that? Well, you offer something to a clearly defined niche of potential buyers with a lot of demand or a lot of potential demand. So the failure number one could be A, not having a clearly defined niche, hence not knowing who you're serving or what to offer them, or B, not targeting an on-demand niche. No demand equals no sales, period. Like it or not, that is business. There must be a demand for what you are selling, and you don't have the time, money, or energy to teach people to create a demand. You're not Apple, you're not Microsoft, you're not a huge company. You're a mom and pop seller, and this is why you need to target something with a high demand. So here's what really matters outside of that, and it becomes basic math. Of course, there's a ton of other important factors at play, such as quality, SEO, good products, really good pictures, etc. But you can have all that and still fail because of this. You're not offering enough products to compete or make yourself known to the marketplace. You're basically a drop of sand in the huge beach. So there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of listings out there. The goal is to improve or increase the number of little sand modules or sand pieces. What do you call little pieces of sand? I don't know. The number is to improve that and increase your odds. So how do you get noticed? Well, you target your audience with great products, and a lot of them. A lot of high quality, good products. And here's basically an example for you and something I see all the time with Etsy sellers. Say you have 20 listings that are really good in a niche that has lots of demand. Let's say, I don't know, an example, organic candles. I'm going to just go a little bit broader here for the sake of this example. So for organic candles on the marketplace, there are about 120,000 listings. If you have 20, that means you represent 0.00001% of the total listings on the Etsy marketplace. Let's take that a step further and look at keywords. Each listing title you can fit 140 characters, which is 24 words, roughly, depending on how long your words you're using. Either way, we're not going to go in the weeds here. Each listing tags can fit 13 22-character keywords. So not considering the description, which also comes into play for SEO, but for the sense of ease, consider these two very important areas, which helps capture traffic and customers. So taking the total of the title and tags, it's roughly about 37 keywords for each listing. For 20 listings, using that same example as I used above, that's about 740 keywords. Take the competition of 120,000 times 37 keywords. That's 4,440,000 keywords total for all of the 120,000 listings. So keep in mind, each keyword is a potential to reach an audience of people. Each audience of people has a potential to become a customer. So at a very basic level, more keywords you have, the more opportunities to be found you have. It's just basic math. Again, I'm going to stress that there are other factors at play, such as quality of keywords, doing your keyword research, placement of keywords, quantity, rank, relevancy, buyer behaviors by customers, all the factors that that plays into the algorithm, plays into search with Etsy. But this way of thinking can help you get off the beach in the game, get in at bat, get a chance to hit, basically meaning a sale. Any other analogy you can think of to get a sale. So thinking about your listings and your shop this way can at least give you a chance, and you can work on the other factors that play into search and getting found. But if you're not giving yourself a chance by targeting an in-demand niche, having enough keywords, having enough listings, you're never going to get yourself in the game. So to bring this point home, targeting a high in-demand audience is important, but it does come with a lot of competition. As you can see in the last example, 120,000 listings. But I'd rather fight for the customer with a lot of demand than try to find customers that are not interested in what I'm selling and I cannot find them. The first battle you can absolutely win. The second battle you cannot win. That is a lose-lose battle. That's the end, period. So the number of listings you have matters. A clearly defined niche with high demand matters. Quality of listings and products matters. All of these factors come into play with the ultimate success on Etsy. So if you want to get in the game, you need to put in the work, adding quality listings consistently over time and increase your chances. That's what it comes down to. So now let's take an alternative example. Say you work towards 1,000 listings, right? I think that should be everyone's goal, is to get 1,000 listings out there. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, nor should it happen overnight. So now you represent 0.008, or rounding up, 1% of your competition out there is what you represent with 1,000 listings in that same niche. Which, what was it before? It was 7% or something like that. It was a lot different. So now you represent almost 1% of the total listings out there. Organic candles get about 3,600 searches on Etsy per month. And if you're wondering how I'm finding this information, I use Alora. It's a search tool. I'll include a link below. You get a free trial using my affiliate link, which I appreciate. So organic candles, like I said, get 3,600 searches on Etsy per month. That's about 42,000 per year. At an average conversion rate, let's just take an average conversion rate of 3% for this market, right? I'm using the conversion rate for this market, which depending on what market you're in, what niche you're in, it varies. So 3%, that's about 1,200 purchases a month. If you represent 1% of the market and you can translate that into 1% of the sales, that's 12 purchases a month for this one keyword, organic candles. 12 purchases a month, just doing the basic averages and math out there. If you took the first example with only 20 listings, which represents, like I said, 0.00017% of 1,200 monthly purchases, that's 0.2 sales, not even a quarter of one sale. So if you're lucky, you may get one sale. You may get one sale total. I'd argue that 0.2% potential sales a month, that would equate to about 2 sales a year, or 2.44 sales a year if you're kind of rounding it, if you're using the math for 12 months. So you have the potential of 2.44 sales a year as opposed to 12 sales a month. Granted, again, other factors are at play, but I'm just using this as an example. So don't get me wrong with these examples either. It won't be apples to apples direct correlation like the examples above, but there absolutely will be some correlation. It may be stronger or weaker depending on the other factors at play that I keep harping on, I keep stressing on. I don't want you to come back to me and be like, "Oh, I don't know what the hell he's talking about because I put up 1,000 listings and I didn't get 12 sales a month." That's not always going to be the case. There's other factors. There's other keywords in your listings. You have quality scores, buying behaviors, quality of listings, pictures, all the other factors at play. What I'm really stressing, and that should not be your takeaway. If that's your takeaway, you're not listening to me. Your takeaway is giving yourself a chance, and you're going to work on improving these other factors at play. So don't forget that you're going to have a bunch more keywords in your listings, each with different stats and potential for searches, traffic, sales. That all kind of compounds together. So your organic candles may not be your best set of keywords you're going to have in this listing. You're going to have other listings with other keywords with other listings. Now you get me all frustrated. I can't even talk. You're going to get me other keywords with other stats out there. So you may be, organic soy candles may have, 150,000 searches and average 30 sales a month or something like that. But you're going to have those other keywords all increasing the chances of success. I'm just using one keyword examples in this. So really what this comes down to is putting in the work, doing the keyword research, doing the listings, adding a lot of listings over time consistently, not all at once. That can hurt you. Consistent listing strategy is what I always talk about. Adding listings consistently each and every week, each and every month. That really add up over time based on your research, based on what you're seeing in your shop. So you can get in the game, give yourself a chance at bat. So then you can hopefully get more sales. But if you're not doing the work, really comes down to the work. If you're not putting in the work to do the listings, and I'm not talking about half-assing listings, I'm putting in the work, do quality listings. And sure, you're going to get better at listings. Your first listings are going to suck. My first listings sucked. I go back and look at it, I'm embarrassed by them. But you'll get better, you'll learn, you'll refine, and that's another thing too. With doing enough listings, putting in the reps, you're going to get better. You're going to get stronger. If you go to the gym once a year, are you going to get stronger? Absolutely not. It's not going to do a damn thing for you. But if you start going to the gym 3 times a week, are you going to get stronger by the end of the year? Heck yeah, you're probably going to look like a completely different person. The same thing goes for your Etsy shop. If you're adding listings each and every week, your shop by the end of the year is going to look like a completely different shop, because all the while it's going to become more about the bigger picture, less about the actual listings itself, because of what you're going to learn throughout the process of putting in that consistent work over time. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. So make sure you're doing those things. Make sure you're setting that goal for yourself so that you can stop failing and get in the game. I promise if you do those things, the trajectory, I'm using big words now, the trajectory of your shop will absolutely change for the better. So click on the link below. You can get your free trial of Allura to investigate to do product research, investigate product research, whatever. So there's a link below. Also, there's a link below for my Etsy SEO Revealed SEO book to learn the best tips, practices, gold nuggets to help you grow your shop with SEO and other best practices in there. Things I've learned through my journey to getting me to where I am at right now of 500 plus thousand sales. I need to let you guys go because I'm clearly having a stroke and can't talk. That is it for today's episode, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll be back with you guys soon.